to find out what the measures which can be introduced or considered to combat the recent spate of violent cash in transit heists in the country are. We speak now to the spokesperson of Cash in Transit Association of South Africa, Grant Clark. Mr. Clark, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. So this, as the police minister last week Friday revealed the crime statistics, and the cash in transit situation in the country did not look that scary, but I guess seeing it in action yesterday painting a different picture. According to you, what needs to be done that hasn't been done already?
Yeah, good afternoon to your listeners, Dudu. Thank you very much for having me on your show. I think firstly I'd like to start off just with best wishes for the law enforcement members that were injured yesterday during that incident. All the best to them, and we wish them a speedy recovery. Yes, absolutely. We have seen an increase in the number of CIT incidents in South Africa over the last few months. Gauteng being the province that has the most CIT incidents. In actual fact, Gauteng accounts for 30% of all CITs in South Africa. We ended off last year at the end of 2021 with 316 incidents within the industry. And as I said, 30% of those being in Gauteng. So Gauteng is an extremely high-risk province. We are, however, extremely happy and would like to wish the South African Police Services and other law enforcement agencies congratulations on the success of yesterday's incident, where a number of members have been arrested, and fantastic action taken there to prevent this type of crime, and also bring these criminals to book and show them that we mean business.
Just in terms of the work that you do and what it is that you see, I mean, we saw some really serious artillery or weapons, not artillery, I guess, but armor that these suspects had. What are you faced with, and in terms of, you know, people who are involved in this industry also being capacitated? It would seem that you have your work cut out for you.
Yes, no, absolutely. We've seen the aggressiveness of these criminals. We've seen the firepower, as you've mentioned, that they bring. I mean, just in yesterday's incident, you would have seen the amount of weapons that they declared that they took, high-powered caliber weapons, assault rifles that they took from these criminals. So they come extremely well prepared. From an industry perspective, we work very closely with our founding members, SATASA's founding members being G4S, Fidelity, and SBV. We work very closely with them, and I can confirm that these people spend a lot of time in terms of preparing staff, in terms of training and getting them ready. Unfortunately, it's a very high-risk job, and every day when these people go out on the roads to perform this very important function,
on a very important point, we are losing you there. If you could please pick up your thought on the important functions being performed by people who work in the industry.
Yes, just to come back and say that, you know, from an industry perspective, we are working very hard to make sure that we are, you know, follow the right measures in terms of giving staff the correct training and so on to deal with these incidents. However, these criminals are very well organized. They come in massive gangs. And as you can see yesterday, just by the sheer numbers of members that were planning that heist yesterday, and the firepower that they bring. The CIT companies, however, you know, the ones that we represent from a CIT association perspective, being Fidelity Cash Services, G4S Cash Solutions, and SPV, are doing everything in their power to give their people the right training, and in terms of preparing them for something that might happen. But it's a serious job, and our people's lives are at risk every day when they go out to perform this job. I mean, we take in cash to the furthest points in South Africa, to pension points, to replenish ATMs, to wholesalers, and it's extremely important function, and also very important to the economy of South Africa.
Unfortunately, that's all the network will allow us to speak about today. Grant Clark, spokesperson of Cash in Transit Association of South Africa. Thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon.